If your real estate agent has recommended that you reduce your asking price, there could be several reasons for this suggestion. Despite having more than 30 years of experience selling homes, I decided to expand my thinking on this subject, so I went to ChatGPT, seeking wisdom from its artificial intelligence. You see, I've learned that the second most important thing a home seller does is choose their initial asking price. So I work hard to educate sellers on how to get top dollar for their home while selling within their desired time frame. You can get the modern explanation of the home selling process at the link I've listed below. The key to getting top dollar is to create a fear of loss among buyers, pushing them to compete with each other for a new listing. The act of reducing a price does quite the opposite. So I was curious what an AI would tell me about price reductions in real estate. Would it tell me good reasons why it happens daily? Let's examine an AI's top 10 reasons that real estate agents ask home sellers for price reductions. Number 1. Market conditions. The AI explains that sometimes the real estate market conditions are not in favor of sellers, and properties tend to sit on the market for longer periods. Reducing the price may make the property more attractive to prospective buyers. In my 32 years of selling homes, I have never seen market conditions change significantly from the time a seller hired me to the time the home sold. The AI is correct that market conditions impact the value of a home, and one must offer a home at or near its correct value to generate an offer. But let's be clear, you do not lower your price due to market conditions, as market conditions are the same as when you first listed the home. Number 2, overpricing. The AI explains that if your initial asking price was set too high relative to comparable sales in the area, a price reduction may be necessary to attract potential buyers. This is very true. No matter the reason that you started with the wrong initial asking price, you should change it immediately. The old days of starting high and then lowering your price went away when marketing went digital. So here's the question I have on overpricing. Did you start high because the agent said the house was worth that amount, or did you start high ignoring your agent's advice? Either way, I would be concerned that you hired the wrong agent. Most sellers who choose an initial asking price above its market value fail to receive multiple offers, and multiple offers are required to push your final sales price to its highest achievable level. If you're a longtime subscriber, then you know I often produce videos with tips for home sellers because the amount of money they have at stake is great and requires sellers to have enough knowledge to ensure they don't leave any money on the closing table. If you're not a subscriber, please click the thumbs up like button and subscribe now so that you get all my new content when it is fresh. If you really want to know what's going on in housing, to see and hear the data explained, to evaluate the facts and ignore the hype that is so prevalent online, then subscribe now and I'll keep you in the know. Number 3, lack of interest. The AI explains that if your property has been on the market for a considerable time without receiving any offers or even showings, this may be an indicator that the asking price is too high. Again, true. When people don't visit a new listing or they visit but they don't make an offer, it's clear feedback that they are comparing your home to homes that are worth more than yours. This is classic overpricing, so my feedback is the same as before. Did you start high because your agent said the house was worth that amount, or did you start high ignoring your agent's advice? How confident are you in what your agent tells you? Number 4, feedback from showings. The AI explains that sometimes agents receive feedback from other agents or prospective buyers indicating that the price is a barrier to serious consideration. Are you noticing a trend here? The AI keeps finding ways to say that your home is overpriced. Agents and buyers are willing to view the property, but they have no fear of missing out at your current asking price. The fact that the home is getting shown suggests that while the home is overpriced, it's close enough that buyers want to see it. Unfortunately, at best, you will pull low offers, but you'll not create the bidding war environment that you need to obtain top dollar for your home. Number 5, time pressure. The AI explains that if you need to sell the property quickly because of a job relocation, financial pressures, or other time-sensitive reasons, reducing the price can expedite the sale. The AI is right. Reducing the price to where it should have been priced initially will expedite the sale, but you're still likely to leave money on the table because your best buyer for your home will not feel as much pressure to overoffer on a home that has a reduced price. Number 6, market comparables. The AI explains that agents often look at comparable properties that have recently sold in the area. If those properties sold for less than your asking price, it could be an indicator that you need to lower your price to be competitive. This point is very similar to point number 1 about market conditions. Comparable sales occur on a regular basis, and they're part of the market analysis done to help you choose your initial asking price. Again, I've never experienced a market where conditions change significantly within a few days or weeks, which is all the time you need to sell your home for top dollar. Number 7, condition of the property. The AI explains that if your property requires significant repairs or updates compared to other properties in the area, a lower property may be warranted. This is sound advice. But if the property's condition has not changed since it first went on the market, then my response remains the same as before. Now, if the property condition has changed since it was first put on the market, then there are 2 issues. First, why was it not already under contract from the proper initial asking price? And second, how do we need to adjust its price from its former value to its current one? Number 8, economic factors. The AI explains that sometimes broader economic conditions, like interest rate increases or economic downturns, can make buyers more price sensitive. For sure, this is true. When we market a property for sale, we encourage the seller to set a price that gets them a lot of traffic the day it hits the market, hoping to generate bids from multiple buyers. It's rare to see economic announcements that change a property's value in the first 4 days of hitting the market, but it's possible. Mortgage rates do not move fast enough to fall into this category, but jobs can. Imagine listing your home on a Thursday and then Friday's dominant news story is the largest local employer is leaving town. Again, very rare for such things to occur in small 4-day time windows, but it could happen. Number 9, seasonality. The AI explains that the real estate market can be seasonal, with more activity during some months and less in others. If you're selling during a slower period, a price reduction may be advisable. While the point made about the impact of seasonality on property prices appears logical at first glance, it seems less relevant when considering the broader context of why a price reduction might be necessary. Typically, a price reduction serves to adjust an inaccurately high initial asking price, especially if the property fails to sell within the first week or 2 of being on the market. Seasonal factors should have been accounted for in the initial asking price, as seasons do not change significantly within such a short period. And finally, number 10, to spark a bidding war. The AI explains that in some cases, agents recommend setting a lower price to attract multiple offers, potentially leading to a final sales price that's at or above the original asking price. Again, this should be the plan for the initial asking price, not as a reason to reduce a puffed up price that likely ruined a seller's chances of getting top dollar for the home. People have the greatest fear of loss when a listing is brand new. It should not be squandered with a price higher than the market will bear. So following its 10 points, the AI concluded with this advice. It's essential to have a detailed conversation with your real estate agent to understand the specific reasons they recommend a price reduction for your property. Reviewing data and market analysis should be part of the conversation to make an informed decision. I concur. If you followed your agent's pricing guidance and now the agent is recommending you lower your asking price, then I believe you need to consider whether or not you have the right agent. The most important step in selling a home is agent selection. Top listing agents know how to get homes sold at high prices and short listing periods. So if your agent is recommending a price reduction, then you either failed to follow their advice initially or they gave you poor guidance. Historically, price reductions are an indicator that the seller was not given the right guidance on valuations, or worse, the seller did not trust the agent enough to take their advice. Sellers who think, well, what can it hurt to try to get X, or we don't want to leave any money on the table, those sentiments are very normal, and good listing agents hear them all the time. But we take the time to show sellers how to get top dollar in today's market conditions, and proper pricing is critical. The more you inflate a price, the less likely you will attract multiple offers. So, how did our AI do? Poorly. And why? Because AI builds its intelligence on what it can learn from the internet, and there's a lot of bad advice out there. Garbage content is far more common than good advice, and much of what is written online is done by outsourced writers, and now AI, not by industry experts. AI currently does not know good from bad, so it tells you what it has learned. There's only one reason that your agent asked you to lower your price, and that is because your initial asking price was hiding your home from the pool of buyers who might want it. If you want the best guidance on real estate topics, find a trustworthy, human source and you'll be richly rewarded. If you want to sell a home without lowering your initial asking price, give us a call. We'll show you how and why we have the most satisfied customers in Tallahassee. If you want to see a video featuring my 9 tips for pricing a home to sell for top dollar, you can view it by clicking on the box in the top left corner of your screen. To see a popular video featuring my top 6 home selling tips, just click on the box below it. Please remember to like this video, check out the links below it, and subscribe to our channel so that you never miss anything.